Oh God, dude, your life has just got to be miserable right now.
Welcome back to 307 Reacts.
He tells me right before these all, God, my right wrist is so fucking sore, and I'm like, what from what? He's like, because I've had to do every single thing with it.
Yeah, it
as
blows,
he's sitting here
bro.
on his chest, like trying to like he's got his.
Got my phone up here. I'm all. Yeah, dumb as hell.
So magically,
So, I've got good movement here. Okay.
So magically, Chris is healed.
Yeah.
Okay
movement here. Nothing up and down.
We're not going. We're not going out with it at all.
No,
we're just going up and down.
2 inches maybe. That's all we get.
And I know, dude, you're gonna get shit in the comments. You're supposed to be letting that thing heal properly, bro.
You gotta fucking wear the sling.
I'm just saying. It's not on me. It's on you. It's on you.
Hey, there's zero pain right now. Wearing the sling, pain. So.
And you said it was tearing your neck up too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well. You know what it is, man. Over 1 million hits in less than 24 hours. Those are the famous words, and you guys know what time it is. It is time for Tom Macdonald.
Tom's Friday.
It was Tom's Friday.
It's our Saturday.
Yeah, it's our Saturday, which is always, the following Friday after Tom takes his day on Friday because we both.
By the way,
do that.
you know what was cool yesterday? We had a comment on Brandon's video, and he said, "Yeah, I looked up Brandon Hart, reactions or whatever." Or green light reactions, and ours was the first one to pop up.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, hell yeah.
Which
you guys
super awesome.
Helping us out a lot. We couldn't do it without you guys. We're at 4,000 subs now.
Every like, comment,
crazy.
subscribe helps us out with that. That's what's called the algorithm. That's what YouTube determines what video it's gonna put in whose feed. So the more interactions we have on our page and the more activity our page shows, the better our chances are to show up in random people's feeds that haven't already subscribed, and that's kind of how YouTube determines that. So that's mostly due to you guys. So thank you guys so much for all the helps thus far. And obviously, this one has been highly recommended. We've had it recommended on other videos. Tom just dropped a new one. So
which Tom, so it says Withdrawals, and I have a feeling it's going to be touching on the when he was addicted to alcohol and all that other stuff.
I see what you did there. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those feels. I think this is going to be a feels song,
but it's going to be one of those of like what it was like to go through that. Now, he was saying on his Instagram the other day, he's like, I got rid of the alcohol, the drugs, all the other stuff. He said the one thing I held on to was cigarettes, and he just quit smoking.
Right,
He's been not smoking for about 2-3 weeks now. So I wonder if this is just going to talk about his smoking or like everything in general, which I'd assume Tom is going to be talking about everything.
I would assume so also, because with one thing, when you're trying to get rid of one thing, even if you're trying to kick cigarettes or whatever, when you start feeling that withdrawal syndrome, those symptoms from withdrawal, everything comes rushing back in. You're like, man, okay, well, I can't have a cigarette, but I could really go for a swig of alcohol, like just a swig, and it's before
and then
you know
it gets
you're
out of
fucked,
hand.
and you've had a whole bottle. So I think this one's definitely going to get feelsy, which is interesting to me because it seems like these groups almost, and I know I don't think that they plan it out this way, but it seems like these groups that we watch almost like go through the same waves of emotions at the same time, because like Brandon Hart will release a video that's about talks about his feelings and how he's been going through that, and then Adam Calhoun will release a video that talks about how he's been feeling.
And I think it has a lot to do with just how real these artists are, because they're going to put everything out on the table. They're going to put themselves out there because they want their fans to know, like, hey, you're not alone in going through this. Like, I've done this.
And they can. They're allowed to.
And Upchurch has come out with those. And, there's a whole bunch of different artists that we've got. I mean, Jelly Roll for sure, man. Dude. That guy comes out with some sad shit.
But it's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, he does, man. And he's a great example. He displays it so well.
He just puts it all out there, man.
I know it's probably not planned by these guys, but it seems like over the last week that we've been watching these guys put out new videos, they're kind of all...
It's been a tough year, 2 years now, like with COVID, and you're sitting at home with nothing to do but battle your demons.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, interesting. I'm excited to see what it's about. I saw an update from Tom that said he cried his eyes out or something like that. Yeah. So let's get ready for the feels. I know I've said that in videos before in our titles and stuff, but I feel like this one's like get ready for the feels. Yeah. So here we go. Let's get it. Withdrawals by Tom Macdonald.
The doctor said to talk to him if I wanted to get off my meds, but I never called his office and poured the bottle in the garbage can. I'm stuck in this apartment and I'm anxious like the cops are here. I tried to call like all my friends, none of them are answering. Is this the moment where I can't control it? Got no appetite, I guess the party's over. I can't sleep at night and I keep rolling over, cause my skin is itchy and the paranoia got me worried sick and it is so annoying. I've been throwing up, it looked like motor oil, but I chose to quit and now I can't avoid it. The right things to do are the hardest choices.
I've been throwing up and it looks like motor oil. Now, from my history of drinking, I know that when I've gotten too shit-faced on Jägermeister and I throw up, it looks like fucking motor oil. Like, it's brown and disgusting.
Yeah.
And so, I wonder if that has...
And that's part of it. Like
maybe
like
smoking cigarettes, you know?
like
you get that black lung thing going on.
The alcohol will color it, but... there are certain meds that you take that are just hell on your stomach,
right?
And it'll actually cause internal bleeding, and that bleeding will make that look like a thick
brown and black,
brownish
gross.
Black,
yeah, for sure. So there's multiple things that could go into that. Yeah,
but you know it's
I like that line.
It's crazy how he was talking about. You know, my doctor told me to talk to him because he's like, I want to get off these meds, and typically the way that they pull you off one meds is to put you on other ones.
Yeah, that's big pharma for you.
And he's like, I don't want to do that. He's like, so I poured all the bottles down the drain. I quit taking the pills. But
I never called the doctor back to talk to him about it. I just went and did it on my own.
Yeah, and the one thing he said, losing my appetite. I know my buddy, one of my buddies is kind of going through this thing with his doctor. He's got problems with depression and ADHD real bad, and they clash real hard together some days.
Oh yeah. And that typically leads you into one of the bad habits. You know, like, I'm just gonna drink. Fuck it. It'll make me feel better.
So he's been taking medication, and I forget. It's very common. I forget what it's called. Like maybe it's Xanax or Adderall or whatever. I don't remember. But they prescribed him that, and he has been taking it for about 3 months and has lost 40 pounds because he doesn't have an appetite.
Because it'll make you not want to eat.
Yeah, he just doesn't eat.
Because they're those drugs doesn't that have something to do with like narcotic drugs too? Like, isn't that like the effect of narcotic drugs, loss of appetite?
That's why people who are on like heroin and methamphetamine and stuff are so skinny. And like cocaine, because you get high, you're looking for the next, and you just don't eat. You don't have an appetite.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
See, that's why I've never been big on taking pills, man. I am not that guy. Like, I don't even like to take Tylenol. You know, like if I'm feeling sick or something, I'm just like, you know what? No, I'll drink some water.
I've been taking ibuprofen for the shoulder, and like.
Yeah, even that. Yeah, little stuff like that, dude. If you don't take it regularly, like that shit fucking.
Well, it's not like that it fucks me up or anything. It's just like, I'm like, okay, well, it's helping a little bit, and I'm like, you know what? I probably should just go and get the prescription they gave me, whatever. But I'm like, no, dude, like, ibuprofen's cool. It doesn't hurt as long as I'm not moving it, so I'm just not
take ibuprofen, just, you know, get a little steroid in there and then let it, you know,
let it do its thing.
So anyways, I like where he's coming. I like where he's coming at with this one for sure. And I like that throughout his videos, like, he's got a little bit of facial hair growing back in, and he's kind of doing the thing. Like, if you guys noticed a while back, I shaved my beard all the way off, and I'm starting to grow back in. By the time it snow flies, I'll be, you know, pretty decent full beard again. So
I'll be the same.
It takes me 2 years to grow any facial hair. So so I gotta start at the beginning of the summer and then just let it roll out through the whole year. So that's what we're doing. But anyways, let's keep going.
Is this the moment when I need a donor? Liver failing from the liquor pouring, while the room is spinning. It ain't vodka soda. What is almost killing me is being sober. Talk about pitfalls, surrounded by brick walls. This is what kids call withdrawals. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. Never cared for therapists. My arrogance embarrassing. It isn't fair the terror this addiction placed my parents in. I'm scared repair will never fix the voluntary negligence.
Dang, dude. Okay. That chorus was just like really sitting with me. I over the course of these here words here, but man, like the line where he's like, I deleted all the numbers from my phone. You know, I'm staying home. I really wish that I was drunk with my friends. Like, I've had those nights before where you're forced to stay at home, or, you know, you have something going on. You're sick, even whatever it is, where you just want to go out and you just want to hang out with your friends because you know they're out, you know they're hanging out, and you're like, dude, it's fucking harmless. I just want to go out and have a couple beers with my friends.
And the thing is like, you know, at the beginning he says I try to call on my friends and none of them are there to help, because, you know, when you get into that life of, you know, going out and drinking every night, and, you know, maybe you're into, you know, some of these hard drugs or pills or whatever, you end up forming friends that share those interests with you.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden you want to try to get clean, and you're trying to call that friend to come help you. Well, they're not going to help you.
That friend's like, nah, bro.
Nah, dude. Like,
I'm floating right now, dude. What are you talking about?
Take another pill. Like, I'm going to be good, bro. So like he's like, you know, when you're trying to do things that are good in your life, you'll start to see a lot of those friends go away. And he goes, you know, I miss just hanging out with the friends, even if it wasn't the alcohol. He's like, I just wish someone was there to hang out with me and help me and do this, that, and the other. And he mentioned his parents, which I know his parents helped him out a lot when he was coming back.
For sure.
But yeah, man, it's wild and it's tough. And, you know, I like this scene here with him floating in the water. It's almost like he's drowning within his own feelings.
He's drowning,
yeah.
I love that the simile there between the two. Yeah, he's definitely drowning in, like, his own thoughts and his own depression and all that shit. So, for sure, let's go back 5. Here we go.
Parenting, I'm scared repair will never fix the voluntary negligence, the wear and tear my errors did. They almost had to bury me. Is this the moment where I screw up and relapse? Waste all my money on rehab. Can't take a pill from the doctor to relax. Lash out in anger whenever I react. Feel like a weak man, I don't wanna be that. Living every day to get a buzz on the weekend. I'm in the deep end, fighting with demons. Trying to stay clean, I just really need a reason. My bones are shaking in my hands and feet. I see my rib cage, but I can't eat. I still wake up panicking, so I can't sleep. I just sit in the bathtub and try to breathe. Talk about pitfalls, surrounded by brick walls. This is what kids call withdrawals. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose.
And right as he's saying I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose, he goes under. I think he did that in the first chorus too. It almost I'm catching a real, and maybe it's because we just watched it the other day, but I'm catching some real heavy Brandon Hart vibes in this, like in the chorus, like just the way he delivers his words, you know.
Well, and you know, they wrote a lot of music together,
exactly.
So they take influence from each other.
Yeah,
so
and
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it definitely sounds like there's some influence going on from one side or the other here. Just like Brandon has a lot of that. You know, like it just has that same kind of flow and vibe to it. So I like it. I like it a lot.
The choruses have a symmetry, just not only in the lyrics, but as far as the actual instrument notation,
the music and stuff,
to where it's, you know, it starts off a certain way and then it ends the opposite way. So it's got a nice symmetry and flow to it.
I love it. I love it, man. It's great. It's just it just bringing up a lot of different things, which is great. That's what his intention is. You know,
and you know
makes
that.
You think.
And going back, you know, he said I deleted all these numbers in my phone. Basically, number one, because his friends weren't there for him. But number two, when you are going through something like this, and, you know, I had a buddy who was actually a drummer for my old band. He went through, you know, he was running methamphetamine for a club somewhere in Laramie. And, you know, he got heavy into that. And once he got out and he was like, dude, this stuff's killing me. I got to stop. When he did that, he all the friends he had, he said, I had to cut everybody off. He said, I went home to, you know, he went back to his parents' house. And he said, I didn't talk to nobody for like 6 months. And he said, dude, it was rough.
You can't.
Rough,
like,
6 months.
Because
those people drag you back in.
And all those people want from you is what you had to offer, which was just drugs. You know, like they want the high from you, and that's how they know you. That's how they know your friendship. They don't know you as like the person you are inside of that. They just know you as the guy that's running around with a backpack full of drugs that'll get me high.
Yeah.
And, you know, if he cracks a joke every once in a while, great, even better. But like that's pretty much the surface of it. That's it. So
and it's rough because, I mean, you know, I enjoy hanging out with my friend. I mean, every Friday night I go to my buddy Logan's. We do a game night and hang out and whatever. And, you know, just imagining what it's like to have all these friends, and then you go home and you say, I'm done with all that. And then for 6 months, just nothing but contact. Yourself and your demons. Like,
yep, and you're sitting there. That's the ultimate internal battle at that point, right? So, all right, let's keep going. Here we go.
All my friends, I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. I've never felt this bad before. I don't know if I'll make it. Don't have the strength to get off the floor right now, but I'm hoping and praying. My whole life I wanted more. This might be the end, but now I've had too much fun. It's over now. I loved what I hated. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends.
right at the end, right before this chorus, he said, "I loved what I hated."
Yeah.
Like, and man, that kind of encapsulates the entire message right there. Is like, that's what drug addiction will do. That's what alcoholism will do. You know inside your subconscious will tell you this is not a good idea. You should not be doing this.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to just block that out and just
and it's a constant back and forth of, you go, oh, I'm gonna have a drink or two or whatever, and then you just get completely smashed, and then at the end of the night you hate yourself. Yep. You hate it, and then you fall back in love with drinking, and then you hate yourself again, and it's a constant love and hate and love and hate and love and hate and love and hate, and it's tiring.
Like you know that you shouldn't be doing that, but your what do you want to call it? Like your willpower basically just isn't strong enough for you to say no. Or if it is, like you said, you feel eternally horrible because you're like, man, I'm letting all my friends down. Everyone's out hanging out. Like I'm, I want to be the life of the party, and I want to I want to help other people feel good. And part of that is just being present in other people's lives. Now, how you're present in their life is obviously is a driving factor in that. And if they know you as just the dude who's sloppy drunk all the time and cracks jokes and is fun to basically laugh at, well, then you're kind of coming back to that's the reason he has the whole shirt. Clowns are everywhere. If you don't see one, you are one. You know, so that's it kind of comes full circle. A lot of this stuff comes full circle. This is awesome, man. This has been like very deep. It's very deep. So let's finish it out here.
Home, really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends.
Wow,
man. And like those, I mean, it just seems, man, that was authentic. That was just really authentic. That's the word I have for it. Definitely a side of Tom that we've definitely seen him touch on that before, but usually it's with a lot more aggression, a lot more ferocity. It's not, you don't see him giving into it,
Yeah. Well, and it's not even necessarily that he's giving in. It's So I think when you're battling something like this, you do go through bouts of, well, I'm mad at myself. I'm pissed off, and that's where you get the best rapper ever, right? Where he's like, "What's the problem, Thomas?" And so that's where you see him fighting himself. But then once you do that for so long, you end up just tired and just you're so over it and you're done. And this is just broke down, wore out Tom.
I can't fight anymore. I'm done. I just I don't know what to do.
He's like, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm either gonna make it or I'm not.
And we've all been to that point for sure. It's always good to have a reliable support system. Like kudos to all the loved ones out there. The people who do care about you and will sit there and listen to you when you're crying and not feeling good. So
and, be careful who your friends are.
Seriously, everyone's got demons, just some people handle it better than others. Just make sure other people aren't trying to drag you into their bullshit, and trying to make you a part of that.
Yeah, we had my old band, we had a bass player, her name was Michelle, and she had a really bad meth addiction, and we found out about it, and we're like, we can't have you play in the band. I said, but we're willing to play shows and take money from our own personal pockets and help you get through rehab and because she wanted to quit, and she would do good and then she'd fall back into it again, do good and fall back into it again, and it was a constant back and forth for about a year, and she kind of got to that point where she was just over it, and unfortunately she had overdosed and passed away. But it was so rough that literally the three members of this band were the only people that were there for her. She was too afraid to go to her parents and too afraid to, and to be fair,
rightfully so.
Her parents are a little rough. I'm not going to say she had the best upbringing. In fact, we went to that funeral and her dad pulled our band aside and blamed us for her death, which was fucked up.
Oh, good. That's
it was a good time. But it
makes sense she didn't want to go to her parents. I mean, going to your parents to tell them you started smoking pot is bad enough, let alone going to them and being like, hey, I've got a meth addiction. Like that's a real serious thing. So
be sure you reach out to your friends and make sure those friends that you reach out to are going to be there for you. And maybe and here's the thing, they're not going to know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. Your friends aren't always going to have the answers.
Yeah, but your friends are going to be there when your therapist isn't.
They'll just be there for you, and that's the thing. They'll be there for you, and mostly just even if they're just there to listen, you know.
And for the most part, provide like a safe environment. You know they're not into that, and you have a really bad urge. Just go to their house, be like, dude, can I stay the night?
I gotta chill here for a little bit. Yeah, because I know you're gonna keep my shit together here and like not let me get out of hand. So
like, you know, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna eat some ice cream,
and your real friends will do that. Yeah. Your real friends will be like, cool, man, I got a console and a bunch of games
and a couch.
And
like, let's go.
Smart TV and a bunch of snacks. Like, let's make it happen.
So, you know, shouts out to anybody who's like going through stuff like this.
For real.
You know, you guys are tougher than what you think you are, for sure.
Definitely. And if it feels like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, just remember there definitely is.
Every green light turns red.
Yeah. There you go, man. You just got to wait for the walk signal to turn back on, and you'll be
Shouts
fine.
out to Brandon Hart.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, every good time comes to an end, and every bad time comes to an end. So just hang in there, keep kicking life's ass. And you know, do your best.
Remember that you're not the only one going through the shit either. Yeah. Even people literally who have it made. I mean, look at Tom Macdonald. I don't want to, you know, I'm not boasting him or anything, but like he's got money. He's got a
comfortable life.
He's got money to pay for therapy. He's got money to pay for doctors. Anything that he needs to do, and he still goes through the shit. So. You know, it's not something that just happens to lower class or people who don't have money or anything like that. I would say that people who have lots of money might even go through it more often because they have that much more to worry about. Keep it simple.
The stress
you know what I mean?
So way higher. Yeah.
So I mean, everyone deals with it. Just remember that. Yeah, you are loved. Don't worry. And if no one tells you that, we'll tell you that. We love you guys. So. But if you guys like the episode, please leave us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. We don't really care. Make sure you go over to Tom Macdonald's page, give him a subscribe, and help his view count. He's taken over the internet, man. At least as far as YouTube is concerned, he pretty much owns it. So
it's Tom's Friday, man.
We're trying to help him maintain that spot because we fucks with Tom big time. So.
Yeah. And, you know, shouts out to Nova again. Again for a fantastic
girl
video.
Nova, the two working together, they're one of those duos that I'm pretty sure never is going to get anything less than a 5 out of 5 backwards hats from us. That's just kind of how it's going to go.
That's what I give it. So.
That's where I'm at with this one. So,
remember, you guys can get your merch. Link is in the description. It takes you to an email address. You send us your name and your size, and then we will shoot you back a PayPal link. In that link, be sure in the note to put your address, city, state, zip with your name, so that way we know where to send the thing. And then you just drop $25 in that thing, and boom, within a week you'll have your stuff.
We ship out at the beginning of every week, unless we have a really hectic week like last week.
Which shitty happens.
If you guys follow us on our socials, you'll know because we'll update you and let you know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, you'd be like, damn, dude, this is a crazy ass week.
Yeah. So anyways, with that,
we will see you guys next time. Bow.